Welcome, ladies and gents. There are some crazy updates with the Johnny Somali situation. I've enjoyed covering this, so we're going to get right to it. Basically, there's been some pretty major updates. He's still facing charges. There is some alleged stuff from insiders, like this one, for instance. Johnny Somali update. Johnny is still under investigation. He is still travel banned. Unfortunately, the drug test came back negative, but he still has other charges. As far as the hunters, I cannot disclose of their plans for Johnny. Let's just say it'll be entertaining. So, yeah, there's one update. Source on the drug test says Legal Mindset. Another YouTuber says, I'm in direct contact with many of the Koreans involved in hunting Johnny, as well as reporting him to the police. But apparently he tested 1 positive and 2 negative on the urine strip. So they sent his urine sample to the lab and it came back negative. Allegedly, he basically just shaved his head as well as a means to get around from Koreans noticing him, as well as potentially a drug test, because, of course, you can do it from hair samples as well. So, there's more. This is not just the update, there's more. But hit subscribe if you are new here and you enjoy updates like this on genetic dead ends, such as Johnny Somali. Anyway, so this kind of goes on, by the way, this sort of interaction. So, yeah, came back negative. That's why he shaved his hair short. So they can't force a hair test, as it requires at least 3 inches of hair. And someone replied, says, got it. So he gave them clean urine, shaved his head. So they're still going to charge him for this. They have the footage of him using it, and they have the positive saliva test. They're completely aware of the clean urine trick. They had a celebrity, a white man named Robert Holly, who popped for Adderall and tried to give them clean urine. It didn't work then. It's not going to work now. So, yeah, it kind of just went a bit mental, to be honest. And then you can see him. He basically went on an apology tour as well. So, yeah. Dao Jun was just live. He and another fellow were connected over the phone. And they were telling the public that the public misunderstands their intention toward Johnny Somali. This is the bloke that beat him. And says, they have not forgiven Johnny. They know he's completely insincere. They will continue to pursue him legally. They only did it to find his location. Amazing. They also did it to show they don't act violently and that he is the instigator of violence. Their original anger towards him has not changed. So there's that. And some turd was like, oh, love wins. No, mate. This is just a 4D chess, and they're a step ahead. And there's, again, reply. There's a cognitive dissonance in what they did. I'm upset at them. He didn't deserve a tribune for what they already knew would be insincere apologies. Also, hearing his apologies made me confirm something. He's a narcissistic pervert. Everything he says is equivalent to, you know, and basically like I'm me. So what's the latest? Well, Legal Mindset has some information on this. Johnny Somali with Hank Yu and Brennan Kim, aka Brennan Huang, are going to apologise to a Comfort Woman statue. So what happened was, part of the major issue with this entire situation was Johnny Somali, real name Ishmael, Ramsey Ishmael, Khalid, I think, something like that. Anyway, basically was being a degenerate scumbag and disrespecting a statue of essentially like wartime sex slaves and things like that. Pretty gross stuff. Not good. Not good stuff to do. So they've now gone to apologise to the statue. And it says, Hank is crazy, but Brennan Kim seems like a nice Christian guy who just wanted to help. Unfortunately, this will backfire. So we'll just click on this and have a look at some of the other information. Firstly, we all know Johnny gives inauthentic apologies. He does so purely because his lawyers advise him to do so to lessen the penalty. Here in Asia, public apology is a thing. But when he leaves the country, he immediately goes back and mocks it, as he did with Japan, which is true. This is exactly what he did here. So just leaving here as Exhibit A, the proof from where Ramsey Ishmael disrespected Japan immediately after exiting the country and giving an apology. Real scum. So it says here further, lastly, this gentleman, Brennan Kim, unlike Hank Yu, is not a Korean citizen. Therefore, his status in Korea is tentative. He might be doing this out of kindness, but this will backfire, as Legal Mindset assures immigration officials will not look kindly on Brennan aiding a criminal. So, not great. Not great information. Not a great look to have. And so there is some other slight information, by the way. Where is it? So from the community tab of the Slayer TV, which is Brennan Kim, who will post in Korea and machine translated English version. It says, I am Brennan's wife Vivian. After Somali apologised at the statue, I was taking Somali back to his house. Her house, that's hilarious. I thought it would be good to let you all know about this situation in real time, so I briefly turned on the live broadcast. However, the problem now is that I told Somali not to curse whilst I was on the live broadcast, but I did not ask her not to curse at him. I think I should explain the situation where Somali apologised first. So before I explain, I asked her to refrain from using too serious language. As soon as I turned on the live broadcast, too many serious curses started to flow out. And I was so flustered that I couldn't even tell if they were directed at Somali or at me. I'm not a broadcaster, and I was a bit flustered by the sudden flurry of curses, and I didn't have time to think about Somali. When I tricked Somali and brought her to Delusion and other YouTubers, I was a little discouraged when I saw Somali sincerely apologise. However, I have no intention of defending him or anything like that. So here's an interpretation. My interpretation of the above is that his social media is run by his wife, who likely had no idea of the scope or scale of Johnny Somali or how he has given inauthentic apologies in the past. All she saw was what looked like an authentic apology without context. Perhaps some Korean-speaking viewers can properly educate her. It's unfortunate that Johnny is getting more people involved, particularly when they have a kid who could suffer in Korea as a result of Johnny's disingenuous behaviour. So it's just all blowing up, man. It's really blowing up. Like it's going mental. So that happened. He's had some stupid apology. But he's still going to stay there. He's still blocked from leaving South Korea. Still. So basically, what's happening now? According to South Korean news outlet Koreaboo, Somali's now under investigation. Faces travel restrictions imposed by South Korea law enforcement. He's had his passport taken off him. He's been charged with disturbing public order, assault, trespassing, potentially drug-related offences, but they're going to try and push that now. And he could basically face up to 10 years in prison. So, yeah. And then he got beat down by a Korean streamer, which was a Korean Special Forces guy. And so this is him disrespecting the statue. Not good. Ramzi Khalid Ismail. Just an absolute scummer. Absolute scummer. And so, yes, I was right. It's basically sex slaves during Japanese military World War II. So I do wonder what will happen now with this guy. Again, there's just many, many, many articles about this turd. But it's looking like 10 years in prison is not going to be enough. I don't think so anyway. I think he deserves much, 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 much more in prison. Much more in prison. But the travel ban is still in place. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But there's an update. I've enjoyed doing these updates. Like, he just has an insanely punchable face, doesn't he? He's just an absolute twat. Again, genetic dead end. 100% genetic dead end. Anyway, what else do I have to say? Not a lot. Still under investigation. From what we can see, you know, some of this information here is that, yeah, he's done a drug test. It's not gone very well. So, well, it has gone well, but still not gone very well because they're still going to change it all up. And here's his public apology. Sure. I don't think anyone's going to believe it. I don't think anyone cares. Yeah, I don't think anyone's bothered about his stupid little apology. He's still under investigation. He's still travel banned. So, there you go. I think people are just going to, yeah, probably still attack him, to be honest. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Cheers, take care. Bye-bye now.